This is a story about the Ohio River, the people and the environment from the past and now. The beauty and majesty of the Ohio River has long been a source of inspiration with its serene landscapes and flowing waters. The stories and beliefs surrounding rivers reflect the deep cultural significance and spiritual connection that people have with these natural wonders. Rivers represent not only the physical presence of flowing water, but also the deep emotional and psychological connection that people have with these natural landmarks. Our story begins in a small town next to a beautiful river in India at the home of Dr. Padma Raj. A naturopathy physician, she is also an artist of traditional dance.
Dance to me is more than just an art form. It is a powerful vessel for healing. It nurtures me in a symphony of life's beautiful chaos. With each intricate movement, I discover newfound strength and grace. My body becomes a canvas painted with the colors of rhythm and form, enhancing my being and filling me with a sense of gratitude. In those moments when I put on my ankle bells, the world fades away. The stress and anxiety that once clung to me dissolves as I enter a meditative state, lost in the intoxicating flow of music and movement. Here, I find peace in the present, a serene heartbeat guiding me forward. As I connect with my cultural roots of my ancestors, I feel a profound sense of belonging. This dance is not just movement, it's anchoring me in a world where I am understood and embraced. In the quiet moments of reflection, I sense the joyful essence of my practice. The stories told through each step invite me to look inward, to uncover layers of myself, to be seen and understood. In moments of healing, these movements become a ritual, guiding me forward to a renewal.
An unexpected sad news came from faraway America about her uncle, Dr. Neil Raj, who passed away suddenly during a heavy thunderstorm car accident. His last wish was for her to sprinkle his ashes in the Ohio River at Augusta, where he lived. As she is the heir, she will inherit his quaint home at the riverbanks. Dr. Neil was her only close relative left in the world after her parents passed away during COVID. Stricken by grief, Padma flies to reach Augusta.
As I step onto the ferry, a gentle breeze dances around me, whispering secrets of the river. As we glide forward, the rhythmic lapping of the water becomes a soothing melody, lulling my thoughts into a peaceful stillness. The sun casts its warm embrace, and I close my eyes for a moment, allowing the light to wash over me. It feels as if the river is sharing its stories. I am reminded that, like the river, life is a constant movement, a fluid dance of change.
Inspired by the beauty of the Ohio River, Padma imagines herself dancing on the ferry and the riverbanks. Augusta, a picturesque city and a charming river town, was founded in the year 1786 as a trading post along the Ohio River. Dr. Neil's friend Janet, who is the tourism director of Augusta, gives a warm welcome to Padma to take her to her uncle's home. It is a historic row house-style home from 1796 at the riverside.
As I cross the river, the world around me feels alive, vibrant, with whispers of ancient wisdom. Then, in the middle of the tranquil beauty, I spot an indigenous elder at the riverbank. I feel a sudden burst of energy surge through me, as if the river itself is inviting me to share in this sacred space. I understand that the river is not just a body of water, it is a living entity. Standing in the middle of my uncle's house by the river, a profound sense of loss envelops me like a heavy fog. Each step I take is a journey through cherished memories, childhood adventures, painted in hues of joy and warmth. The house, once a sanctuary to my uncle, now stands empty. Its beauty starks against the backdrop of the river's gentle flow. I can almost hear his laughter, a sound that brought life to this space, a reminder of the bond we shared. As I walk through the rooms, each corner holds the echoes of our happy times, the games we played, the stories we spun, and the dreams we dare to dream. It feels as if the time has paused, caught between the past and the aching present. The river flows steadily beside the house, a testament to life's continuity. Yet, I feel adrift, as if the current has taken my anchor. I pause for a moment, allowing memories to wash over me. His spirit lingers in the very air, a soft whisper urging me to remember him, not just in sorrow, but in gratitude for the love he shared. This empty house now serves as a space for remembrance, a bridge connecting me to my uncle's spirit. As I gaze at the shimmering water, I find peace in its reflection, a dance of light and shadow that mirrors the complexity of life itself. Though he's gone, the essence of our time together remains woven into the fabric of my being. In this moment of reflection, I realize that while the loss is profound, the memories will continue to flow through me like the river beside us, a current of connection that can never truly be broken. I walk in this house with a heavy heart, carrying his legacy forward into the life that unfolds before me. As I step outside from the quiet embrace of my uncle's house into the garden, I find myself greeted by the warmth of familiar faces. His friends gather like a circle of light among my shadows.
Janet introduces them: Sue and Jack, who are retired, Tom from Ohio Valley Forestry Fellowship, Jeff, the local historian, and Leah, the realtor. Leah takes Padma aside and gives the legal documents which Padma requested to sell the house. Padma starts feeling the warmth and love of her uncle's friends. She feels a sense of belonging.
In this circle of support, I feel the weight of sorrow begins to lift, replaced by a sense of community that wraps around me like a warm embrace.
Next morning, Padma wakes up from an unsettling dream as she feels lonely with all her loving family members gone.
As I wake up from a dream, a wave of sorrow washes over me. Sobbing, I feel the weight of absence pressing against my chest, an echo of every family member I have loved and lost. The grief is wrapping around me, and I struggle to find peace in the quiet of the morning. In my haze, I turn to the window, drawn to the river that flows just beyond. Its surface glimmers in the soft light, a shimmering invitation to step outside and seek comfort in its embrace.
Through the window, she sees the Indigenous man at the river. She continues to wonder who this person could be.
The sound of the water soothing my wounded heart, carrying away the weight of my sorrow. In this moment, I realize that while loss can feel isolating, the river is a reminder of connection. As the dawn breaks, I make my way to the riverbank, where the world is still wrapped in a delicate blanket of mist. The air is cool and crisp, infused with the promise of a new day. Each breath feels like an offering, a connection to the earth beneath my feet and the sky above. The river flows quietly beside me, its surface reflecting the soft hues of the dawn. I feel the coolness seep into my skin, grounding me in the moment. With each inhale, I draw in the freshness of the morning, the scent of damp earth mingling with the whisper of the water. As I exhale, I allow the mind to quiet and my soul to awaken. In this tranquil space, I begin my yoga practice, moving through postures with intention, feeling the energy of the river flow through me. I feel enveloped in a cocoon of warmth and peace, a reminder of the harmony that exists within and around me. I notice the Indigenous elder observing me from a distance, his eyes filled with curiosity and reverence. He stands rooted at the water's edge, the mist swirling around him like a veil, as if he's trying to understand the essence of this mysterious practice. I feel a connection to him, sensing his respect for the traditions that have shaped his life, just as my practice has shaped mine. As I enter the meditative phase, I focus on my breath, allowing it to guide me deeper into the stillness. The river's gentle sounds become my mantra, a rhythmic pulse that syncs with my heartbeat. I glance toward the elder who begins to mirror my movements. It is as if we are two branches of the same tree, rooted in our shared connections to this riverbank. In this moment, the barriers of language and culture dissolve, leaving only the pure essence of existence. I can see him honoring my practice, not just as an observer, but as a participant, embracing the spirit of the river and the energy of the morning. Together, we breathe in the magic of the dawn, a silent pact to respect and celebrate the flow of life. As the sun breaks free from the horizon, painting the sky with the colors of hope, I feel a profound sense of unity. The river, the mist, the elder, and I, all intertwined in this moment of stillness and reverence. In the heart of the nature, we honor our roots, acknowledging the beauty of our traditions.
Padma finds her uncle's recipe book. It has his favorite recipe, Three Sisters Stew, which was passed on from generations in the local communities.
As I gather the ingredients for my uncle's favorite recipe, the Three Sisters Stew, a warm nostalgia envelops me like a comforting embrace. Each element holds a story, a connection to my uncle. As we gather by the river bank in front of the house, I see my uncle's friends embodying the values he cherished: kindness, laughter, and resilience. Their actions reminded me that his legacy lives on, lifting me up. I can almost feel him smiling down, urging us to carry forward the love he instilled in each of us. In this gathering, I find strength knowing that while he's gone, the bonds he nurtured remains unbreakable. The friends settle in, playing games, their laughter echoing through the air. We reminisce about countless evenings spent here, the rhythm of friendly competition mingling with rich flavors. As the song fills the air, each note becomes a celebration, showing that joy can coexist with sorrow. Between the games and songs, we discuss plans for his memorial ceremony. I look around. Friends gathered, laughter shared, and my uncle's spirit alive in our hearts.
They all eat Neil's favorite meal and play his favorite games as they reminisce about him fondly.
The Three Sisters stew has transformed into a vessel of connection, bridging the past and the present, reminding us that love endures, guiding us through grief into light.
Next morning, Janet takes Padma around the town to show her uncle's favorite places to visit. They visit the Rosemary Clooney Museum at the historic 1835 house located right next to the river.
As I wander through my uncle's small town, the river flows gently beside me, a constant companion as I traverse the paths my uncle once walked. I greet the locals I encounter, their faces a mosaic of kindness and familiarity. They smile and share brief exchanges, their lives intertwined with the essence of this place. In the middle of the chatter, I notice a figure by the riverbank, the solitary Indigenous elder, quietly observing the water's flow. He seems to exist in a world apart, as if the world around him has faded away. He gazes out over the river, and I can't help but wonder if he feels the weight of history in this space, a connection to the land that runs deep. The townsfolk pass by, oblivious to his presence, caught up in their own routines, while he remains an anchor to something timeless.
Janet wanted to show Dr. Neal's favorite place, Fort Ancient Marker, where he used to spend time visiting and meditating. Fort Ancient Village at Augusta is located on the site of a major settlement of the Fort Ancient people who lived here between AD 1500 and 1650. The village consisted of large communal houses built around a central plaza. Archaeologists documented artifacts and burials over a wide area. The village was abandoned by 1650. As Padma shows her respect to the buried families there, she starts feeling dizzy as she connects with the energies in the Fort Ancient burial ground area.
As I arrive at the Indigenous burial mound, the air grows thick with an unspoken reverence. Each step drawing me closer to a place steeped in history. I feel the weight of the land beneath my feet as if it holds the echoes of those who came before. A profound energy envelops me, swirling like a soft fog around my senses. I close my eyes, allowing the stillness to wash over me, and suddenly I am struck by a wave of emotion. It feels as though the whispering stories of their lives, their struggles, and their enduring connection to this land. I feel as if I'm standing at the intersection of time, where past and the present converge. The stories of the people buried here resonate with me, their energies intertwining with my own.
Janet gets worried Padma has fainted due to jet lag and drives her back home to rest. On the way home, Padma sees the river and imagines herself going to the river to get water and doing traditional dancing.
కిడతక తత్తోడంగత్తక్కుత్తాం ధీం 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 కిడతక దిత్తోడంగత్తిక్కుత్తై తాం 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 కిడతక తత్తోడంగత్తక్కుత్తాం ధీం 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 కిడతక దిత్తోడంగత్తిక్కుత్తై తాం 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 కిడతక తత్తోడంగత్తక్కుత్తాం ధీం 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 కిడతక దిత్తోడంగత్తిక్కుత్తై తాం 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 కిడతక తత్తోడంగత్తక్కుత్తాం ధీం 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 కిడతక దిత్తోడంగత్తిక్కుత్తై తాం 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 కిడతక తత్తోడంగత్తక్కుత్తాం ధీం 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 కిడతక దిత్తోడంగత్తిక్కుత్తై తాం 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 కిడతక తత్తోడంగత్తక్కుత్తాది తత్తోదకతాం తం 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 ధిం 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 తకతోడంగత్తక్కుత్తాది taka janu taddimi targidum taddimi targidum takadimi taka janu taddimi targidum takadimi taka janu taddimi targidum taddimi targidum taddimi targidum 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 taddimi targidum ta taddimi targidum tai taddimi targidum taddimi targidum ta taddimi targidum tai taddimi targidum taddimi targidum ta taddimi targidum tai taddimi targidum ta.
Once rested, Padma starts researching and reading about the Fort Ancient village. She understands it was a farming village. People there lived peacefully, enjoying the bounty of the nature surrounding the Ohio River. One theory why the village suddenly disappeared could be the spread of smallpox from contacts with other villages as part of trading. Many families have died, and the few survived moved away. She starts suspecting that the indigenous man at the river is somehow connected to Fort Ancient Village. She asks about the indigenous man whom she sees at the river. Janet and Jeff do not see the indigenous man outside. Jeff remembers Neil talking about seeing an indigenous man called River Bear. He thought it was a joke and did not take it seriously. Now that Padma is seeing the same person, it could be true. Padma shows the photos of her research and people dying of smallpox. Jeff confirms that could be a reason so many families died and the rest moved away, abandoning the village.
The pages of history reveal a profound tragedy as entire communities were struck down by a disease they had never encountered. I learned how their traditional medicine, steeped in centuries of wisdom and practice, proved powerless against this relentless affliction of smallpox. The medicine men and women, revered for their knowledge and healing abilities, found themselves helpless in the face of an invisible enemy. Their rituals, their prayers, their attempts to heal were met with an unyielding reality, mirroring the helplessness we felt during the early days of the COVID pandemic. I think of the doctors who, despite their training and dedication, could not save those they desperately tried to help, including my own parents.
Padma remembers her parents who passed away in the early days of COVID. There was nothing she could have done. With some hesitation, Padma approaches River Bear.
In my conversation with the Indigenous elder, we discuss about the painful history of the smallpox outbreak that ravaged his village in the year 1650. River Bear reveals the harrowing experience of losing his wife and daughters to the relentless tide of the disease. Smallpox remained untreatable for years, a cruel twist of fate that left communities shattered and the spirits broken. In our shared silence, I sense a profound respect for the wisdom of his experiences, a reminder that every loss carries the seed of remembrance, and with it, the possibility of connection and understanding. As my uncle's friends gather at the river bank, a sense of purpose fills the air. They begin the task of planting young trees, their hands deep in the earth, each seedling a promise of renewal. The act feels profoundly symbolic, a gesture of life. Nearby, the Indigenous elder, River Bear, stands before a large old dead tree, praying for this monument of both life and loss. In this moment, I recognize the duality of existence, something dying while something new is being born. The old tree, though lifeless, has nourished the land for decades, providing shelter and sustenance before returning to the earth. As he prays, I feel a reverence for the cycle of life that connects us all, a reminder that every ending holds the potential for a new beginning. After the trees are planted, my uncle's friends move to the river, their energy transforming into a collective effort to clean out the debris that has accumulated over time. With each piece they remove, they restore the vitality to the waterway, ensuring that life forms can thrive once again in the clean water. In this shared moment, I feel a sense of unity with the river, the land, the people, and the spirit of my uncle, a reminder that while loss is part of life, so too is the endless potential for rebirth and renewal.
ತಕದಿನತಾಂ 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 ತಣ್ಣಕ್ಕ ಜಣು ಧೀಂ ತಣ್ಣಕ್ಕ ಜಣು ತತ್ತೈ ತಣ್ಣಕ್ಕ ಜಣು ತದ್ಧಿ ತತ್ತಾಂ ತಣ ತೈಹಿ ಹಿ ತತ್ತಾಂ ತತ್ತೈ ತೈಹಿ ತತ್ತಾಂ ತೈಹಿ ಹಿ ತತ್ತಾಂ ತತ್ತೈ ತೈಹಿ ತತ್ತಾಂ ದೀಂ ತಕ ತಕದೀಂ 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 ತಕ ದೀಂ ತಕ ತದ್ದಿತ್ ತಕದೀಮಿ ತಕ ಜಣು ತಕದಿನತಾಂ ತಕದಿನತಾಂ ತಕದಿನತಾಂ
As the sun begins to descend, casting a golden hue over the riverbank, we gather for a traditional ceremony to honor my uncle's soul as it embarks on the final journey. A gentle breeze whispering through the trees as I prepare to light the offering fire. The flames dance and flicker, drawing us closer as I place the offering of cooked rice adorned with black sesame seeds. Each grain holds a memory, a moment of love shared, a connection that transcends the boundaries of life and death. As I pour the ashes into the flowing water, I envision my uncle's essence mingling with the currents, returning to the place he loved the most, the river, a constant in his life, now becomes his eternal resting place. In this moment, I notice the indigenous man, river bear, nearby, a quiet witness to our ritual. He embraces the moment. The river flows steadily, and the spirit of my uncle is set free. As I prepare to return to India, a sense of resolve washes over me. I know that my uncle's town, with its familiar paths and cherished memories, will always hold a special place in my heart. Instead of selling his house, I envision transforming it into a second home, an anchor for me, a space where his laughter can linger, echoing through the walls. The thought of keeping the house fills me with warmth. It becomes a sanctuary where I can return to the river. Here, the river, with its gentle currents, has a way of healing wounds and soothing the soul, inviting me to reflect and find peace in my life. I imagining inviting friends to join me, creating a space filled with love, laughter, and shared stories. With every trip back, I will carry his memory in my heart, knowing that this house will stand as a tribute to him, a space where the river flows, echoing the stories of the past while nurturing the hopes of the future. Here, in this town, I will find joy and peace, allowing the river to heal me, one visit at a time.